It's yet to be enabled. Anuradha, maybe
there
I'll
it is.
languages and then we can enable the settings.
So if you want to learn Chinese, you hit Chinese. If you want to learn Spanish, you will click on choose your language, and you will hear me in the background, and you will hear the translator in the foreground. Correct?
Yeah.
The problem is, the problem is if they don't understand English, how will they know to do that?
No, that's the reason, because we did the announcement at the beginning. And they didn't do the translation.
Yeah, they'll do the translation.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So one by one, we need to translate that instruction. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, but yes, I do something that is not correct. Okay. So please, Dinanath Prabhu.
We can start, Mataji?
Yeah, we can start now.
So I'll start with the short prayers. Hare Krishna. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Guruve Chitti Cheshtabhyam Mahatma Prabhave Sada Tat Prabhu Bhava Rupaya Kirtana Lada Daine Namas Tattva Prakashaya Bhaktanam Tat Paraya Cha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam. All glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to the assembled devotees. I'm Dinanath Das from Chennai, and along with Radha Priya Mataji and the Vyasa-Puja team, we will try to take you through the proceedings of this program today. In this gathering of exalted devotees, I don't think I'm qualified to do this service. In case I commit any mistakes or offenses, I do seek your forgiveness. First and foremost, I offer my respectful and humble obeisances to our Guru Maharaj on this auspicious day of his Vyasa-Puja as per Tithi. To follow the mission of Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, and to uplift fallen souls like us, Guru Maharaj appeared in this material world on the Panchami Tithi of Krishna Paksha, 71 years back. So in simple terms, as per English calendar, Guru Maharaj appeared on 5th of May 1950, which as per the lunar calendar for this year 2021, it falls today. So that is the reason that we are celebrating the Vyasa-Puja today. Srila Prabhupada has said, I quote exactly what he has said. So this Vyasa-Puja means one day in a year, on the birthday of the spiritual master, because he is the representative of Vyasadeva. He is delivering the same knowledge that has come down by disciplic succession without any change. He is offered respect. This is called Vyasa-Puja. In another lecture, Srila Prabhupada says, no one can understand Krishna without his most confidential servant. We receive perfect knowledge from Krishna through the agency of his bona fide representative spiritual master and our ever well-wisher, who leads us on the way to the Lord. And we can never repay our debt to a spiritual father. But Vyasa-Puja is the day when we can worship our beloved Guru Maharaj and try to thank him for what we have received from him. Guru is as good as God. So on this auspicious day of our beloved Guru Maharaj's Vyasa-Puja, it is so wonderful to have the association of all the devotees from various countries across the world. My humble obeisances to you all who have joined in today, and a very, very Krishna conscious welcome to you all. So, in today's celebrations, we will be having some offerings from senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada, that is Guru Maharaj's godbrothers, some of the presentations of some of the projects which are being undertaken by Guru Maharaj and the devotees to help us inculcate Krishna consciousness in our lives. We would be offering Pushpanjali, Bhoga offerings. We will be reciting the Guru Ashtakam. So please keep your flowers, Bhoga offering, Aarti Thali, lamps, diyas ready for the course of the program. So we would now begin the program with a song from by Anandmai Mataji from Australia. Maybe Radhapriya Mataji, you can play the song.
Can you spotlight her?
I think it's a recording which Radhapriya Mataji will be playing.
Oh, recording. Okay.
Yeah. I think Radhapriya, you need to unmute. You're muted. Was so very blissful and so soul stirring. It was really amazing. Thank you so much. So we'll start now with the offerings from some of senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada, that is Guru Maharaj's godbrothers. The first one would be His Grace Bada Haridas Prabhu. So Bada Haridas Prabhu is Srila Prabhupada's disciple. He is known for his inspiring soulful chants and captivating kirtans. He has studied and performed Indian devotional music, including Indian classical music and ragas since 1975. He travels internationally, presenting seminars on Vaishnava songs and devotional practices. May I request His Grace Bada Haridas Prabhu to please say a few words.
Hare Krishna, dear Mahatma Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I wanted to take this opportunity to read a Vyasa-Puja offering I wrote for your one of your Vyasa-Puja books. It's compiled by your disciples in Russia, I believe. Thank you for being such a kind, caring, and wise friend for all these years. Like an older brother, you've looked out for me. I remember once I had the service of helping to organize book distribution in New Dwarka, Los Angeles. It was a difficult situation for me, and I was becoming disheartened. Being a young devotee, I couldn't see what was happening, but out of your experience and concern, you arranged to take me out of that situation and place me in a service that was better for my Krishna consciousness. Thank you for looking out for me. From the beginning of your devotional service, you've been a leader and an innovator in the Hare Krishna movement. When I first came to know you in Los Angeles in the mid-70s, you were organizing Sankirtan. We used to go out to different places, anywhere and everywhere. I used to wonder, where are we going to go today? And the kirtan was always especially sweet and attractive when you were leading. When you're organizing book distribution, you're always finding new ways to distribute books and inspire the devotees. You've always thought outside the box in organizing festivals, prasadam distribution, preaching, and creating seminars. Over the years, you've focused in helping devotees in their spiritual growth and physical and mental well-being. I appreciate how you're always willing to ask the difficult questions, to be introspective, and to talk about real issues. Your genuine concern has empowered you to help so many devotees in their sadhana and their practical life, and to be inspired on the spiritual path. Above all, I really appreciate your constant and contagious enthusiasm for Krishna consciousness. All these years I've known you, I've never seen your enthusiasm for Krishna consciousness wane even a little bit. So I pray that you will be with us for a long time and continue to increase your wonderful service to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you again, your servant, Bada Haridas. Hare Krishna.
Would now request His Holiness Hridayananda Goswami Maharaj to say a few words. His Holiness is a senior guru, spiritual leader, and a sannyasi in ISKCON. He has a PhD in Sanskrit and Indian studies from Harvard University. He founded Krishna West to help facilitate ISKCON's outreach to Western audiences. His Holiness Hridayananda Goswami Maharaj, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hello, everybody. So as I think you all know, Mahatma Ji and myself come from a very similar background, same neighborhood, same high school. And I had the good fortune of preaching to him in 1969 when he first started attending a Bhakti Yoga class. And I'll just mention one point. I don't know if he remembers this, but I remember preaching one point to him that he really, I thought it was great and he thought it was great. And that it's a real sort of Neoplatonic philosophical idea. And that is that this world is just a reflection of the spiritual world. So everything we have here, we have there, loving relationships, apple trees, whatever. And I just remember just that moment in 1969, just sharing that philosophical moment with him. So Mahatma is one of the moons that Prabhupada said he was looking for. Prabhupada, I mean, the longer I'm in the Hare Krishna movement, the more I appreciate what Prabhupada said, that he wasn't just looking for stars, but moons, because so many people come to Krishna consciousness and, you know, they're all great souls in their own way. And many of them just end up as sort of regular visitors at the Sunday program, you know, talking about old times. But Mahatma is, first of all, sort of locate him on the Vedic map. He's definitely a Vaishnava Brahmin. He definitely has Brahminical qualities. Saraswati, for example, the goddess of learning, is also the goddess of beautiful music. And Mahatma is famous for his beautiful music. And he's dedicated his life. He's actually dedicated his entire life to helping other people to be Krishna conscious, and not just in a very pious but kind of clueless way, like we see so often. No offense to anyone, no offense to the clueless, but actually, Mahatma is, you know, he's very intelligent. There's a Sanskrit expression for that, Yiddishakov. Anyway, Mahatma. He gets that joke. So anyway, it's, you know, he's very intelligent, very innovative, and he's shown that he really cares about people. He doesn't just care about rituals. He doesn't just care about blindly following rules. In 1972, when I took sannyas, and basically I was blessed for the rest of my life with a free lunch within the Hare Krishna movement. But I remember when I took sannyas and I wrote a letter to Prabhupada saying that I was going to preach in the universities, and Prabhupada wrote back to me and said, do not present Krishna consciousness as just rules and regulations. It's the most sublime philosophy. And Mahatma has really done that. I mean, he's really intelligent. He's really understood Krishna consciousness, not just as a religion with rules and regulations and the, you know, exquisite pleasure of pointing out to people that they haven't followed some rules. And of course, there are people who never met a rule they didn't like. And it's like the more rules you have, the closer you are to the spiritual world. And so Mahatma has really given the essence. A Vaishnava is called Saranga, which means going to the essence, or also, what's the other one? Saranga, going to the essence, and Saragrahi, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, which means grasping. Grahi, actually, we still have in English as grasp or grab. So Saragrahi, grasping the essence. So he really cares about people. He's obviously shown extraordinary powers of empathy. He's inaugurated so many programs that actually help people, and help people at a human level and also at a spiritual level. And that's right out of the Vedas, where in the Isopanishad it said, Vidyang cha jas tad vedo bhayang saha. It's only the person that understands both the material world, which is just the short, sort of the short slang for the material world in the Vedas, just avidya, the ignorance. If you say the ignorance, it means the material world. So you have to understand this world, and you have to understand the spiritual world, and then you can transcend death and actually go back to Krishna for eternal happiness. So Mahatma in Krishna consciousness, in the context of going back to Godhead, has created and innovated and studied and presented so many programs that help people to be better human beings. As we know, some people are great devotees, are just not very good human beings. And so obviously the real point is to be not only a great devotee, but a great human being. And when Prabhupada was asked, how can you tell a pure devotee or a real devotee? Prabhupada said he's a perfect gentleman or a perfect lady. And so anyway, I'm very happy for Mahatma. He's, brother, he really did good. So it's really nice to see all of you, all these wonderful souls who have the great fortune to study with him, to learn from him, to serve him. And I wish you all great success. And again, Mahatma is one of those rare souls that Prabhupada was looking for, that, despite the fact that we all have our human needs and so on, but still he has dedicated his life to bringing others to Krishna consciousness in a very intelligent, humane way. So way to go.
Thank you. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Can I tell a story?
Oh, sure, as long as it makes me look wonderful.
Yeah, it will. In Berkeley, when I joined, you would stay up till 11 o'clock. I think you were reading Bhagavatam at night. And we didn't even know what the Bhagavatam was. It was just like this book on the shelf that only Hridayananda could understand. But there's two things, especially I followed in the early days. You stayed up late, and I would stay up late. And also, we didn't have Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit, so Hridayananda Maharaj was, listening to lectures and extracting the quotes so he could learn the shlokas and pass them on to me phonetically. And sometimes you'd write it out phonetically. And so it got me a little addicted to staying up late and learning shlokas as a new bhakta. So I specifically remember that. And that I was excited when you gave that analogy. Like it was like the lights went on, I think. It was an aha moment, an epiphany. Oh, okay. So he was my big brother, and we had all the same friends, same neighborhood, same friends. It was interesting. Thank you for coming.
Pleasure.
I'm honored, and embarrassed a bit, but anyway, I didn't know you were coming. But I'm happy. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. It was really wonderful to hear from you. We also have with us His Grace Brahma Tirtha Prabhuji. He is a board member at Krishna House, a senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, a professional mediator, an advisor for the EPA, and the director of the City of Gainesville Planning Board. His initial conversations with Srila Prabhupada were recorded and later published in the book entitled Perfect Questions, Perfect Answers, which is, I think, a book that all of us would have read. He now serves as the director of Bhaktivedanta Institute of Higher Studies. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna. Well, my respects to all of you. All of you are very fortunate to have the intimate association Mahatma Prabhu. Vyasa-Pujas can be difficult, especially for my godbrothers. Man, we're taught so much humility, and we sit there and people just fan us and offer us things. Since Hridayananda Maharaj is on, we'll tell one story that puts this in context. One time in the olden days when everything was in person in the 80s, and Maharaj was having a Vyasa-Puja in Miami. And those days it was the custom for the disciples to hand checks when they went up to get the cookie after the Vyasa-Puja. And so I was standing there with the bag collecting the checks, and Maharaj leans over to me and says, "It's so difficult to hear everyone praise me all like this so hard. And I leaned back and whispered to him, cry all the way to the bank. So um, the idea of Vyasa-Puja, as Prabhupada spoke in that famous address in New Vrindavan in 1972, people may wonder why someone's sitting on a chair. Well, it's the etiquette. It really is it's the etiquette that we at least once a year offer our public appreciation. For me, one of the biggest thrills I have is to go to my godbrother's Vyasa-Pujas. I've even snuck into some of them because they're just for disciples, because it's such an opportunity for me to express the appreciation that's in my heart that I feel for somebody who is taking on an intolerable burden. I mean, my two kids have grown up. I finished that. And now Mahatma's taking kids all over the world. So I so appreciate what he's doing and the character behind what he's doing it. Yesterday in the class, Satyananda Swami gave a very interesting metaphor. He said, when we offer obeisances, our heart is above our head when we bend down that way. And so that to me describes Mahatma. Obviously very intelligent, very able to present cogent arguments, very convincing of the nature of God, the nature of ourselves. At the same time, he does it, and Mahatma, you do this, I speak to you directly, with such a way, with such love and compassion. How many times have you called me and you said, well, there's a situation here, let's talk about it. What do I do? Because you always like bouncing ideas off of God brothers, getting ideas what's best to do, which really talks about the humility that is behind your efforts. So though you may sit on the Vyasa-san, have disciples, somebody may fan you, this and that, inside your heart, you actually are very humble. And the evidence is the many times we've spoken on issues. Well, what do you think I should do here? What do you think I should do there? Not that I'm so smart, but you like asking your God brothers, get different opinions. That is a wonderful sign of humility. As a brahmachari, you were quite ideal, set many good examples. As a grahasta, you've been an ideal grahasta. Now, of course, your wife's I see is on here too. I don't know if she'll disagree with me or not, but I'm not giving her a chance to say anything now because it's your day. But really supporting your wife's endeavors, supporting her. I mean, she's done some amazing writing, produced audio, visual presentations that are stunning. You've always supported her. She supports you in your efforts as you travel around the world, with disciples in several continents. That's, to me, sets the ideal example of what Grahasta life is like. And the way you brought up your daughter, the whole thing sets the ideal example. Now, as a Grahasta guru in ISKCON, you also set that example of trying to see your disciples as just your duty to Prabhupada to help lift these people up, sometimes by their sikha, sometimes gently, sometimes with a little shove, to take them back to Krishna. And you really do it with great seriousness, yet you have a sense of humor about the world. You don't take the world too seriously. And when you and I were recently talking about a difficult God brother we have in another part of the world who just can't get it right, the conversation goes into, oh, what do we do about this situation? To just joking about it and laughing, because we realize all of this is temporary and we're just trying to make the best use. Sometimes it can be a bad bargain. What can we do? So that attitude, I saw that in Prabhupada. Prabhupada had an extremely keen sense of humor. The problem was I would say more than 50% of the time, it would just go right over our heads. We wouldn't understand that he was joking about things. And we took him every word seriously because it was such a generational and cultural difference. So being spiritually well situated, one is, as Christian says, Nikita, joyful. This being Christian conscious is joyful. So you bring a joy to it. And finally, that joy you bring is appreciated worldwide and universally in your music. Now, there are some kirtans that, this is just my opinion, that are interesting, but I might want to change the channel. And there are some kirtans I want to turn the channel to that because they're so good because they capture me. You have those kirtans, you and Badahari like that have kirtans that just capture me because it helps me do what our purpose of life is, connect with the holy name. And I like that you're well known as a kirtan leader because by having disciples, your purpose is to get them in a position where they can appreciate the holy name and engage in a relationship with the holy name and the person behind them and the person whose name that is. And your chanting, at least for me personally, I am very, very grateful that you can help me by your chanting better connect my stubborn mind with the holy name. And I'm very honored to have you as a friend. Sometimes when you call me up, ask me about this and that, I realize you're not really asking me, you're just giving me a chance for some association. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. Mahatma Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I hate to interrupt, but when I spoke, I didn't see Janava because she wasn't on my screen. And so I wanted to say hello to good old Janava. Hare Krishna, an old friend. So that's all. I won't interrupt further.
What Brahmatirtha said about Janava is true. She lets me do the service and travel, and not always easy for her, but it's necessary, and she appreciates what I'm doing, and she helps, and she also counsels disciples, especially with marriage and issues that are difficult for me. So she's a great help. And it's true, Brahmatirtha is my trusted advisor. He actually is. You know, we help one another in different ways. Thank you for speaking. I didn't know you two were going to speak, and it was a surprise to me. So
Our goal was to embarrass you.
you did a good job. You especially were, very good. Somehow or other, I'll pay you back someday. I don't know. We'll find a way.
Thank you so much, Bada Haridas Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Guru Maharaj, the next speaker is actually supposed to be the biggest surprise.
Oh.
So I don't know whether you would like to take a chance at guessing who the next speaker is.
I could, but I won't. But if it, I kind of, anyway, go ahead. Surprise me.
Okay, the next speaker is other than Grace Mahatma Prabhu.
That is a surprise.
So I think everybody here knows Janva Mataji. She is none other than wife of our beloved Guru Maharaj and the mother of Shyama Mandli. She's a yoga instructor, life coach, and a marriage counselor facilitating successful workshops on marriage, in addition to working with couples. So very warm welcome, Janva Mataji, and humble obeisances to you. Please.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
This is a surprise. I wasn't expecting it.
This might be a little underwhelming compared to Brahmatirtha and Hridayananda Maharaj, but I just wanted to wish you a very happy Vyasa-Puja. You've had many now, and so it's a testament to your greatness and the influence that you've had and how many hearts you've touched within the movement, within the world, that so many people want to be part of this and show their respects and their appreciation. And I can just echo that. I haven't known you as long as Maharaj and Brahmatirtha Prabhu have known you, actually. But I've maybe known you in other ways that they haven't known you, day in and day out. So I have a little edge over them in that way. But yeah, I just think that everything everybody has said so far is true. And I do feel that you've done an excellent job balancing yourself and your time in all of the different responsibilities and duties that you have as guru and disciple and husband and father and everything. It's really quite remarkable how balanced you are and how you have, I think you get an A+ for effort. You may fall short sometimes. I mean, you're human, but you absolutely get an A+ for effort. And Krishna sees that, and Srila Prabhupada sees that. So in that way, I think that you're assured to have a stellar destination at the end. Not that I want the end to come anytime soon. So I'm definitely wishing you a very long and healthy and abundant life. And I think that, Prabhupada, he often gives his disciples the right names. So I think he gave you the right name, being a great soul. And I think that your disciples are very fortunate to have taken shelter under this particular great soul. I've seen how you guide with wisdom and with heart. And I think that you came to the guru service a little bit later than many of your God siblings who have already been doing it. But I think that you've been able to learn from their mistakes. So I think you came to it with maybe more wisdom and knowledge and awareness. So you didn't have to repeat their mistakes, and therefore you could just be more present and capable in some ways. So I think it was a real advantage. And again, you really do lead with a lot of wisdom and heart, and how you've touched very deeply the hearts of all your disciples, and not just how you've touched them, but how you've inspired them to be innovative and creative in their own preaching, because you, as a preacher, really do reach for the stars. And I think that you've inculcated that desire in your disciples to reach for the stars. And that is obviously very pleasing to Srila Prabhupada, because he always reached for the stars and he wanted his devotees to do that. So yeah, just those are a few of my thoughts. And I just bless you and pray for you that you can continue this very valuable service, and that all of your disciples can have great success, and that we as a whole can do more and more for Srila Prabhupada and for the world. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the surprise. And for your compliments.
Thank you so much, Janma Mataji, for this wonderful surprise. And also thank you once again, His Holiness Hridayananda Goswami Maharaj, His Grace Brahmatirtha Prabhuji, and His Grace Bada Haridas Prabhuji. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's really a blessing for us that you all have joined. it's so wonderful for us to hear the pastimes of Guru Maharaj from his god brothers and senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj, may I request you now to please say a few words.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Shaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sanivari Paschatya Satarine. There's so many things that can be said, but I think one thing that's important for disciples to know is that the spiritual master is always, you could say, worried about you like parents worry about their children. You know, when the children, when they become teenagers, they stay out late. And then it's like 10 o'clock, where are they? 11 o'clock, they're not back. And you worry about them, are they okay? And in the same way, when a guru has the disciples, he's dedicated, at least part of his service is dedicated to help them go back to Godhead. That's what he agrees to do when he accepts them as disciples. He prays to Prabhupada, he prays to Krishna for their benefit. He thinks about them. What are they doing? How are they? How can I help them? And he worries about them. So, Krishna consciousness is blissful and free from anxiety, and chant Hare Krishna and be happy, But a spiritual master is worried about his disciples, especially when the disciples aren't doing well. So I don't want to make you all feel guilty right now. I probably already did, so it's too late. But I'm just being honest. This is how the spiritual master feels, and it's a relationship of trust, not only from the position of the guru, the disciple trusting the guru, but also from the position of the guru trusting the disciple, because the guru is agreeing to do everything he can to help that disciple become Krishna conscious, and the disciple is promising to follow. So the guru trusts the disciple that you've said these things and you're getting instructions and you will try your best to follow. So it's a relationships, the fundamentals of relationships are trust. And that trust is not just coming from the disciple, it's also coming from the guru. So you have faith in your guru has faith in you, that you will follow him, that you will follow Prabhupada, that you will understand what Prabhupada wants, his heart, his mission. This is all part of it. So I just wanted you to know that if ever you're not doing well, I know that. And how do I know? Because I don't hear from you. That's the first sign. I mean, not that you all should write me every day and give me a report what you ate for lunch and what time you got up. But when I don't hear from you for a while, then it either means one of two things: you're doing really well, or you're not. That's the reason you don't correspond. It's like you're doing so bad, you're embarrassed to correspond, or there's nothing to say, or you're doing so well, there's nothing to say. That's my experience. So, but generally I can tell the difference. I don't get the correspondence. So I think some of you know that you have told me, some of you have been honest with me and told me all your troubles and difficulties. And you know that I didn't criticize you. I didn't chastise you. I just said, I'm so happy that you told me this. I'm so happy that you were honest enough to explain these things to me. And that, to me, is what guru-disciple relationship is about. It's a relationship. So even when you're failing, you have the honesty and the courage to tell your guru, this is how I'm failing. And I'd always tell you, I'm so happy to hear from you. I'm not happy to hear that you're failing, but I'm happy to hear that you would tell me that you would stay in touch and tell me you're failing. So I think that's important to understand. And I've had my own struggles over the years, so I don't expect anyone to be perfect. And I know that you will rise and fall from time to time. But I just want you to know that it's a relationship. And for me personally, it's like when there's a relationship and we're close and we're working together, and even sometimes we're not communicating, but in some way we're working, that relationship is important. And even if you're failing, to me, the failing is not in your actions, but the failing is in the relationship. You could be failing and following me, but maintain the relationship, because I know you're all trying. And that's what's important to me. So rather than give some like philosophical concepts about guru and disciple, for me, this is really what I think is the essence, because in my life, my relationship with Prabhupada and my affection for him was the thing that was most important for my spiritual life. And what inspired me the most, what caused me to dedicate myself, to do crazy dedication, austerities. And we look back at them and go, did I belong in a mental hospital, when I was like 23, doing all these crazy things on Sankirtan? And the answer is, yeah, probably, But why? Because love makes you crazy. And when you love someone, you'll do anything. And so much of what I did was not because I had the desire or the capability or the spiritual qualification to do it, but it was because Prabhupada wanted it. So, okay, he wants it. That's like all I needed. And did I fail in trying to do these things? Yeah, all the time. But the love is always there, and say, Prabhupada, I someday don't want to fail anymore. I want to be what you expect me to be. So I've always felt in my life that the relationship of affection between the guru and disciple is the most important thing, not how well you follow the rules and regulations. Of course, the rules and regulations are there for our benefit, and the spiritual master teaches those things. But the relationship is what's most important. And if that relationship is there, then the disciple will always continue, no matter what, no matter how difficult it is, or what they're going through, or how many times they failed. But I have a relationship with my spiritual master. And this goes beyond just philosophy and external etiquette. It's much deeper. And so I just wanted to express that from my perspective, so you understand. And I think as Brahmatirtha Prabhu and Hridayananda Maharaj expressed, that they understand me, that it's, rules are important, but rules aren't everything. And the relationship is everything. And I just personally find it extremely difficult in my life to have a relationship where it just kind of dissolves into nothing when it doesn't have to. And I just wanted to express that to you, that, your relationship with me is not based on how well you follow my instructions or how well you follow Prabhupada's instructions. Your relationship with me is based on the relationship that you create with me, which is, it may include those things, but not necessarily does it have to, because because I know I can see your sincerity, and to me and to Prabhupada, that was what was most important, that you're trying, not what you're doing. You're making progress in your heart, that you're sincere. So I'm just relating that because that's my experience with Prabhupada. And, Prabhupada always appreciated what we did. I never was told by Prabhupada, and I got many letters because I was president. I was never told, well, that's nice that you're taking the devotees out on Sankirtan, but, you really should be going out more hours, or you should really do it more sincerely, or never like that. No, it was always, I appreciate whatever effort you're making. And as you know, as many of you have heard this lecture by Prabhupada, where he was crying in appreciation of how much his disciples were helping him in his service, because he realized that, this book distribution that was just going wild in America was impossible to do on his own. And what could he do in India, one man? And Prabhupada came to America, started the art department, the press, pushing. Devotees in Boston, and New York, and then Los Angeles were dedicating their lives, because this was Prabhupada's main service, to print books and distribute them. He was so appreciative of seeing what they were doing. And at one Vyasa-Puja, he was saying, I have to thank you more, which meant I have to thank you more than you're thanking me, because you're helping me serve my spiritual master. So, you may feel like, well, you're just, you may feel that I'm giving you everything and I'm guiding you, and, I appreciate your sentiments. But I feel the same way, that you're doing so much service to help me do so many things. Sometimes my godbrother said, you're all over the internet. How do you do that? I go, am I? I said, I don't even know. I says, it's all my disciples are doing. Go, oh, I just read this quote. You put up, did you write that today? I go, what quote? And I go, I don't even remember saying that, So you're all doing it. And so you should never think that I don't appreciate what you're doing, even the littlest thing, and that I don't appreciate. And some of you feel like, oh, but I'm not doing so much, or circumstantially, I have children or a busy job or whatever, or I'm just doing service locally. I'm not doing it for you, but that's service to Prabhupada, that's service to ISKCON, and therefore it's service to me. And again, your sincerity is the real service. So the relationship between guru and disciple, it's a relationship of service. It's not just that the disciple serves the guru, but the guru is serving the disciple. It's not that the disciple just trusts the guru. The guru trusts the disciple. It's not that there's just affection, intense affection going one way. It's both ways. So I just wanted to state that, not just as a philosophy of, or a guru tattva, but as a reality of what's going on with me. And I was joking, I don't want to make you feel guilty. Well, if you're Catholic or Jewish, there's nothing I can do about it, because you will feel guilty. But I used to joke when I did my japa workshops. I used to joke, I said, I should have a picture and it should look like this. I have to get my bead bag. I had a picture and it should look like this, like I'm pointing at you with my bead bag, right? And I said, and you should put that on your wall wherever you chant japa, and just look at that before you chant japa. And you'll remember like everything I've said about how to chant proper japa. And I was joking, but I actually think it's a good idea. So, although I don't want you to feel guilty, in a sense, just knowing that I do worry about you, and it does concern me when you're not able to follow as well as you could, or I would like you to, that I think about you and I pray for you, and I hope that you can become more Krishna conscious. And but always know that as long as you are trying and you want the relationship, it's always there. There's like sometimes devotees say, well, will the guru ever reject the disciple? I said, no. Only the disciple would reject the guru. The one time, some disciples just wouldn't follow Prabhupada. They argued with him. And Prabhupada said, do whatever you want. So that was a polite way, you could say, of rejecting a disciple. If the guru says, do whatever you want, in a practical sense, should I do this or this? And the guru may say, okay, well, do whatever you want. But if he's saying, do whatever you want with your life, that is a formal rejection by the guru. And as to my knowledge, Prabhupada only did that with a few disciples. And any of those disciples could have come back and say, I'm sorry, Prabhupada, and he would immediately accept him, as he did anyone who wanted to serve him. So I think it's important to know that the guru will never reject a disciple. Only the disciple could do that. The Guru can't do that. He's always there. So I have great affection for all of you, and it's not based on how much money you give or how many devotees you made or how many books you distribute or any of those things. It's just that where there's the relationship of sincerity and dedication, I think, and you're trying to exemplify what Prabhupada is teaching, I think that is the essence of everything. And with that, we will have an amazing movement. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So nice we can be all together, all of us. And for all of you to just scroll through and see all the devotees. And there, more devotees couldn't come because of time zone or schedules. But there's probably another 100 that weren't able to come. It's just nice to see this. We are a family within the family of ISKCON, but again, we're kind of a small family, so a lot of us know one another. A lot of you have met one another in Mayapur, and it's just nice. And how important it is for you to have good relationships and be understanding of one another. And I just want to compliment you all, because sometimes devotees will tell me, oh, your disciples are so nice. I really like your disciples. And that's a reason that some devotees became disciples, because they like my disciples. They saw something. The disciples are humble and they're understanding and they're not judgmental and so forth. So it's like, for me, it's the greatest compliment to hear that somebody said, I want to become your disciple because of your disciples. I was like, what greater compliment could the Guru have? So whenever I hear how maybe someone criticized you and you didn't retaliate, or someone hurt you and you forgave them, or someone had a problem and you didn't judge them and you just listened to them, to me, that's like, it's such a blessing and gift for me to hear that, because I think, wow, this is what we need. This is what we want. This is what I've been trying to help you with, and you got it. So just know that when you do that, that's probably what pleases me more than anything, is just to hear that, oh, you were nice to another devotee. You didn't judge them, or you didn't tell them, or you're this or that, we don't like you. Or that gives me so much happiness. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for the wonderful words and the message. Hare Krishna. For the benefit of those who have joined a bit late, we would like to repeat that this Vyasa-Puja is being translated in 3 languages simultaneously: Spanish, Russian, and Chinese. And you can select it from the language interpretation settings on Zoom. I believe some devotees are having some problems, so maybe Radhapriya Mataji, maybe you could just repeat the message in Spanish.
Why don't the translators all repeat the message in their local language? And I will come back in 1 minute. Okay?
Yes,
I can
Guru.
do that.
So no, the situation is when they already said, well, I'm going to speak in Spanish for the people. So, para las personas que están viendo este Vyasa-Puja en español, nosotros estamos haciendo traducción simultánea en español, ruso y en chino. Y si ustedes quieren acceder a la traducción en simultáneo en español, ustedes pueden ir a sus parámetros de Zoom, que seguramente están en 2 formas. Si ustedes están conectando a través de un teléfono, en el teléfono ustedes colocan los 3 puntitos que están de Zoom, y ahí encuentran una característica que se llama interpretación, y seleccionan el canal que dice español. Si están en su computador, en la parte de abajo también aparece un icono que es como un círculo, y seleccionan una interpretación y colocan el canal que está en español. Entonces, para que por favor se puedan unir. Y si están ustedes a través de Facebook en este momento, pueden solicitar en el chat de Facebook el Zoom ID y para poder acceder entonces a la traducción en español. Muchas gracias, Hare Krishna.
What about a message in Russian and Chinese? Is it necessary?
No, it looks like they text me from the Russian devotees and they said that they know. So everybody's good in the Russian.
Okay.
And in China, it looks like the same. Yes.
Está bien. Bueno. It's so nice to see all of you in one place. I wish we could all be together in one place. Maybe someday we can manage to do that. That would be amazing. It's one of my desires. And then together we plan our spreading of Krishna consciousness, and we talk about all kinds of wonderful, important things. Anyway, we can keep that in our minds.
So, Guru Maharaj, along with some of the devotees, have been putting in untiring efforts to spread Krishna consciousness across the world and help us benefit from the teachings. On this auspicious day, some of the devotees would be presenting some of the ongoing Sattva projects for the benefit of everyone. Okay, we have a comment which I would like to read out. We have 108 participants, so exact 108. So that is.
You have some on Facebook also, no?
Yeah, Facebook is additional. This is only on Zoom. So we'll have the presentations of Sattva projects. The first presentation would be by Radhapriya Mataji from the USA. Radhapriya Mataji, please.
Thank you so much, Dinanath Prabhu. So, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. We are seeing you every day, almost online, and you are teaching and teaching every time, and you are involved in so many projects and in so many things that I think for sure you didn't know even how many classes you gave or for how many countries are you preaching. So I'm going to do a small presentation about how many things you did in the last year since May 30 of the 2020 to May 30 of 2021.
Okay, sounds like fun.
So let me share the screen. So Guru Maharaj. Okay. So, we want to make like a small resume about how the things are going like in the last year for you. So usually you travel for all over the world, spreading Krishna consciousness and teaching all Srila Prabhupada teachings for many people. But now, because of the situation of COVID, the things are getting like a little bit, or are being very, very difficult for traveling. But it doesn't stop you to preach. Actually, you have more impact now in social media, and you have more impact in not only in the devotees of Krishna and in all over the community in the world, because now with all this with Zoom, with Instagram, with Facebook, the things are getting like easier to spread Krishna consciousness actually, and you are doing this service in a such a nice way that many people, and as your God brothers are mentioned, you are exemplify the Srila Prabhupada teachings about how to preach, and you are like a full moon for all of us. So in the last year, you always get encouraged about to do these daily videos, or this now called Living the Wisdom of Bhakti videos. So in the last year, so you made 127 videos that talk about so many things, about how to deal with problems in Krishna conscious, how to deal with japa problems, how to deal, for example, even some teachings of Asian Acharyas that they try, always try to put in a very nice context and in a very like practical context, all the teachings. So, and with these 170 videos, we have more than 300,000 views in total for all the videos that you made. So this is showing us that you have a huge impact in all over the community, and the people is listening to you. About the classes that you're giving, we can only count the classes that you gave on Facebook, and sometimes the classes that you gave on Zoom. But you make so many classes during those times that we only count in Facebook, that we share also in your YouTube channel, 380 classes. That the average duration of these classes is around 2 hours. So you can do the calculations of how many hours you are preaching and only talk to a screen because you're not able to see anybody. So this is something that we really, really appreciate this effort that you're doing. And it's not only that you're preaching for people from US. You are preaching, it's about, what are the topics that you're talking about? So many topics about Japa, about Srila Prabhupada teachings, how is his mood, how was the pastimes with him, about Bhagavad Gita teachings, about Srimad Bhagavatam classes too, about Lord Chaitanya teachings, about, you have a beautiful, like, I don't remember if it's 15 classes about Maya, that are very, very impressive and helpful for all that we are dealing with Maya, and you that you already overcome Maya, you are teaching us how to deal with this. About relationships, not only relationships with friends, is relationships inside of the temple, for example, when we have troubles sometimes, so how to deal with troubles. With Janama Mataji, you are preaching also how to deal and how to manage an excellent marriage, and you're an exemplary couple too. How facing that with all the things, all the devotees that are passing away in these COVID times. You are giving such a wonderful teachings too about how to facing that too. Obviously about forgiveness, because it's one of your favorite, and I think, and one of your most favorite topics too. You already have a course that is published in several languages too about forgiveness, and this is very, very special for us. Cooperation also, how to work in a community, because you know that this is not very easy to do. So when your wonderful teachings, many people are actually, I have many people that is asking to do more about cooperation classes, because definitely this is a really issue in some of the temples in ISKCON. So we really need to hear about how to solve this kind of problems, and especially this kind of problem that we have inside of us, and maybe we are not able to talk too much. You're teaching us also how to deal with our internal problems. So, and now, how many countries are you, how many languages you're speaking? So you're not only speaking in English, now you're speaking in Russian, in Spanish, in Italian, in Hindi, in Chinese, in Portuguese, and in Lithuanian even. So this is like a wave that is increasing and increasing and increasing every time, because now we are able to translate in simultaneous, and the programs are going to be, I believe in the following year is going to be more bigger than we have now. So for how many countries did you visit? Even if you are only in your share, you travel in your airplane, in your Zoom airplane, or in your Facebook airplane sometimes to India, and some countries in some cities in USA, United Kingdom, in Russia, China, Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina, South Africa, Netherlands, Lithuania, to mention only a few, because we have many other countries that for sure I'm missing here, but this is like the most of the, especially in Russia, that you have a weekly class, and for China too. you are giving such a wonderful teachings in different languages. And not only this, Guru Maharaj also do the first japa retreat online. That it was a huge success for all the team that we are working on that. And we have more than 600 participants. And this japa retreat now is going to be in Hindi in few weeks. And we are planning to do also a japa retreat online in several languages. So, and for your teachings, we know that the japa is the essence of the of our of our of our spiritual growth. So this is so important that I think it's not going to be enough japa retreats in the whole our life to learn how to deal with our japa and how to improve also our japa. So we and you have two main projects, or so one that is working with Sattva, and then one is working with Mantra Project. So now we are going to hear about how other disciples are doing or are helping you in order to make a reality one of the visions that you have about how to spread Krishna consciousness. And of course, this is for the mercy of our founder Acharya, His Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And thank you, Guru Maharaj, for all your effort in the last year. And thank you for all the wonderful example that you are for all of us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Radha Priya Mataji, for this wonderful compilation. It is amazing efforts from Guru Maharaj and also some of the devotees in this, the number of online programs that have been conducted, the number of videos that have been made, the Japa retreat, as you mentioned, and I think it's up to us, all other devotees, to make the best of all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the information that is available. The next presentation is by Sri Radha Mataji. She is from Ypsilanti in Michigan. And this presentation is regarding the Bhakti Support website. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Gurudev and Hare Krishna all the devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I will share my screen. I'm hoping that my internet stays stable. I'm at a really amazing Bhakti farm in North Carolina right now using their internet. So share screen. Okay. So here is so far the webpage that we're working on. So if you haven't been here yet, it's called bhaktisupport.org. And this is a video of Gurudev explaining what the project is about. And so I'll just give a short summary that this website, and it's more than just a website or where online courses and other audios and texts and videos will be, but it's meant to be a community. So for every topic, we'll have the facility for you to become a part of a group to support you, and you'll also be able to support others. As Gurudev says in the video, we grow when we are supported, and when we also support others. We will also, in the future, the goal is to offer personal coaching and mentorship through this platform. And so we invite you to become a part of this community, to get involved and utilize the site so that you can get supported and support others. And so I'll just show you the site quickly. We've just marketed it to pretty much our siblings' WhatsApp, and then others have found out about it because it's still somewhat in draft mode. So we're planning on marketing it much more than already has done just to our God siblings. So this is the homepage, and I've already logged in, the login button up here. And then if you're on the homepage, you can scroll through and read a little bit more about the project. And this is also the join now. So if you haven't joined, just scroll to the bottom and you'll be able to join and then log in. So I've already logged in just to make sure everything works. And what you'll see when you come to the homepage is it kind of looks like Facebook. So we've made it so that it can be people can talk to each other and it can be more like a community. And what we've worked on the most so far is the courses. And so currently we have 4 courses available. We have a Bhakti Basics course, both of Gurudev's forgiveness workshops, and a self-compassion course. And then coming soon, because it is a sexual purity for men course. So that is coming soon. We just have
And
a
the
couple
course
more
on
things.
vows. And
And
the
a
course on
vows.
vows. We're working on a course on vows and a course on japa right now.
Okay. So those are coming soon. And then so you can also see on the website that there's an activity feed like Facebook. I can see how fast my internet will go. Okay, great. There's also going to be more groups. Currently, we just have a couple for the Bhakti Basics, the Japa retreat that's online, and one for the men. And there'll be forums. You can see Gurudev's books, members, things of that nature. Articles we're working on, making sure we're editing them and then putting those up as well. So that's in process. And so this has been an effort of many devotees. Before it gets to me, Gurudev's already recorded so many courses specifically for the course. And there's been many devotees editing those videos and the content that Gurudev's created, and then many people editing that content. And so I've had specifically the privilege to work on this mostly with Prem Kishore. And he's the brains behind all the technical aspects, the more technical aspects. And I just have intermediate skills with WordPress and computer technology. So he has been my support through all of this. And so I'm really grateful. I know he's currently at work. And he's also currently, the most exciting thing I think is that he's creating an app for this, because most people nowadays, it's much easier to get your phone and take a course on your phone through an app than people opening up their laptop and using a web page. And so that's what he's currently working on most is creating this into an app, and then it will be on the App Store for both Apple phones, Google Play Store, things like that. And that is all that I have for you today. Thank you for your time. Happy Vyasa-Puja, Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Can I say something? When there's a lot of reasons we did this site, but one of the reasons is that it's not always easy to remain a devotee or to remain strong in Krishna consciousness throughout one's life. And I also felt it was, in a sense, was kind of, I don't want to say unjust or an injustice, but it's like we're inviting people to take up bhakti. And a lot of people will take it up through meeting me or meeting my disciples of the courses we do. And then I thought, well, how will they make it in bhakti throughout their lives? So that was one of the ideas behind this course, this site, was we want to create support for you throughout your life. And the idea was to have many, many courses. You know, it's a lot of work to do a course. I can record, it's easy for me to record the course. It is months of work after it's recorded in editing and creating materials and lining materials up and then devotees going through the course and giving feedback and correcting it and seeing what's missing. And but I think it's extremely valuable. So that's the idea, that it almost becomes like a small school. And not only my courses, but eventually other devotees' courses. And then when we create mentorship and the support group, then it goes to a whole different level, because the courses all will have interest to particular people, and those issues can be discussed. And as a lot of you know, that we don't always have people to talk to about what we're going through. And so that's the idea, that we can talk in a confidential and trusting environment about whatever it is we need to talk about. So, and as Sri Radha mentioned, there'll also be lots of materials. That some of the we will have topics, but there won't be courses. They'll just be reference materials. Like that sexual purity course for men, it will have a whole section of reference materials, even for those who don't want to take the course. And Japa will have a whole section of reference materials, even for those who don't take the course. So it also functions that way. And some of the topics will only be reference materials and articles about a particular topic. And a discussion group may ensue as a result of just reading the articles. So, it's all in the experimental stage. If you want to help, you can ask Sri Radha for some service. And you can use it, and you can make suggestions. And, the more we become part of the group, the more the groups have life. We created a sexual purity group on WhatsApp, and it was just a few devotees, and it has a life of its own. I don't even really do much. So a lot of these groups will have lives of their own once they get going. And also, if any of you, I know some of the devotees are artists, and they're interested in using art as therapy. We have amongst ourselves a lot of artists and a lot of musicians. I can say that for sure. We have to start a few bands pretty soon. But we have artists who are also interested in helping people. And so that would be an example. All the artists who are interested in art therapy could form a group on that platform, and they could put up all the information that they have, or all the links that they know of about art therapy, what they're doing. They could put that up and share it. Then you can discuss in the group. And so that way, if there's something that many of you want to do, then that can be shared. I think for Mantra Project also, that would be good, because for Mantra Project, we've established a whole system of how to do it. And I think that would be a good place to put it. And so if you want to do Mantra Project, then you just go there. And you go, oh, this is how it's done. ABC. So it can function that way also. We haven't really done that yet, but that's going to be necessary. So anything we do that's successful, we want to make it available to all of you so that you can go and copy it and say, oh, I would like to try this project in my area, and I just go to this site and everything you need to do it is there. And we could even have a place where you're just talking about your success in preaching and sharing that, and we can go read what you're doing and contact you if we're interested. So it can be used in many ways. So took a little time to figure out what to do. And she mentioned also about apps. Are we going to talk about the Mantra Project app? Is that part of what's on the list for the presentation today?
That's the next one, Gurudev. It's coming up next.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gurudev, and thank you, Sri Radha Mataji. That was a wonderful presentation, and the website would be so useful, not just for devotees, but also for the people at large, and would definitely help in attracting more and more people to Krishna consciousness. The next presentation is by Prem Kishore Prabhu of Mexico, and he would be talking about the mantra app that Gurudev just mentioned. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Jai. Fantastic.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Jai Gurudev. I was requested by Radha Priya to give an overview and an update on the Mantra Project app that we're developing. She also asked me to talk slowly because of the simultaneous translation. that is happening, so I'll do my best to do that also. Now, just to explain the Mantra Project app and why we're so excited for it. The first time Mahatma Prabhu or Gurudev came to Mexico, we were going to do a program at a yoga center outside of Mexico City. And he asked, when we asked what he wanted to do, he said he wanted to teach the people that came how to chant japa. And the first thing we started thinking, the devotees and I, and this is kind of our first real interaction with Gurudev Mahatma Prabhu, was what a bad idea. Because they're not going to like it and they're just going to be extremely bored and probably never going to want to chant again, which tells you about our concept of japa at that time. But to our surprise, after the program, everyone was really enthusiastic about chanting and meditating. And that's because Mahatma Prabhu, or Gurudev, introduced the holy name and introduced the process of chanting japa, or chanting the holy name individually, as a meditation. He taught the names and the meaning of the names in a meditative way, and he treated it as a deep, intentional meditation. And it was a whole, shift in the way we thought about our own practice, but also on how to share the holy name. And he was very happy at the end of the program, and thus the Mantra Project was born. And after he had said that he would feel very happy, like he has done a great service in Srila Prabhupada's mission, if he could get 1,000 people, new people, to learn how to chant japa. I think
At one time, altogether.
But now we want to get more than 1,000, hundreds of thousands of people, new people, introduced to the holy name, to this process of chanting as a meditation, an individual meditation on a daily basis, all over the world. And one way we came up with is by taking what Mahatma Prabhu has done with the Apurvatam meditation, which I'm sure most of you have heard. It's Gurudev introducing each of the holy names in a very meditative way, and a variety of other guided meditations that he's created. And we're creating a meditation app. The first series is a 10 session guided meditation series where it's not just teaching the holy name, but he guides the meditator in deep reflection on various topics like forgiveness, controlling the mind, what else? Compassion,
Detachment, letting go.
My mind is blank right now. Compassion, service, gratitude. And after cultivating and reflecting on these deep principles, in that mood, the user then starts to invoke the mantra, starts to chant. And so it's a world of difference. Now, the cool thing about this is that any preacher, any devotee who is at work or at school or who meets someone and wants to, and is talking about Krishna consciousness, a book distributor, anyone, and wants to share the process of chanting, now they will have a very easy way to do that. They would just simply ask them to download the app and to start listening to the guided meditations. And they'll have a very nice introduction to the meaning of the names, how to do it, and how to cultivate the correct mood and intention, and really treat it like a meditation instead of just something you do, some ritual. Now, what's really cool is we can go now, or when we go to festivals, yoga centers, holistic centers, fairs and programs, and we do kirtan or guided meditations publicly and live, now we have a tool which can provide solid follow-up, which is like the missing link, or one of the aspects that's quite difficult when having a solid outreach program. Because at the end, you have a crowd of individuals at the yoga center or the fair, and after they've all meditated and had a wonderful experience, they can then, with a QR code, download the app, and they can continue meditating and using the guided meditation. Another feature in the app is to be able to track your progress and your meditation time. So every time you meditate, you can track how many minutes, how many hours, when you're meditating. And what's even cooler than this, there is a community feature to the app where you can add buddies and keep track of their meditations. They can keep track of yours. You will get a notification when your friend is meditating. You can set goals. If you have a center of 15 people or a program of 15 people that meets every week, you can set a meditation goal of, we're going to meditate this month, 1,000 minutes or something like that. And each of you is meditating, and you're able to keep track, and you're notified of when the other buddies are meditating to keep you inspired. There are also going to be, well, that's just the first meditation series. And we want to build a community feeling and mood around the app, much like maybe the Nike running app has, where every time somebody's running, they're keeping track and inspiring the other users. But there's also going to be other meditation series on things like, and things that are connected to Gurudev's courses, meditation series on self-control, on vows, on forgiveness, on compassion, on beliefs, on relationships, right? Health. And each of these series, when a person goes deeper and listens to them, if they feel they have received value, they can then, and obviously they will, they can then go to the Sattvic Life site and take the full course. So it's a wonderful tool that will help introduce chanting, mantra or japa in a very conducive, meditative, and enjoyable way. Plus, it provides great follow-up for outreach centers. One other thing to mention too, this is getting kind of long, sorry, is that we can send notifications per location. So if there is a festival, say in Mexico City or somewhere else in Latin America or in the world, users in those specific areas will get notified of those events. So centers, say in Mexico City, in Querétaro, in Florida, or any other city, can have control and send notifications and information directly to only those users, not to everyone, which is a great promotional tool and a good follow-up tool. And that's just the beginning. And we would just like to say thank you, especially to Gopinath and his team who are developing the app, and also to Gormani, who is also helping to make this become a reality. And there are others also. So we're very excited. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Now everybody can say, Jai! Get excited! This is exciting.
Yay!
Our vision is, hundreds of thousands of people around the world are chanting japa. That's going to be amazing. And my thinking was, you do so many programs, but people need to take home a practice. And if we could actually do it in a way that people would chant every day and like it and benefit from it, that would be incredible. That was the idea. So we're hoping. Okay, Dinanath, it's all yours.
This has been so interesting and so exciting. I think it's making full use of the digital world, the digital platform that is available with all of us today to make it so easy and convenient for everyone to undergo various courses and do the meditation and also connect, with people across the world. This is really amazing, and I'm sure all of us are very, very excited about it. Hare Krishna, and thank you, Prem Kishore Prabhuji, for this wonderful presentation. The next presentation is by Sundari Radha Mataji from Australia, and this will be on the Mantra project in Australia. Sundari Radha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Gurudev. Mantra Project Australia is sending their warm wishes to you on your Vyasa-Puja. And the purpose of this video is to talk a little bit about this project and how it is developing in this part of the world. So before COVID, we had started out with Mantra Project Australia being held outdoors right by the ocean in a really beautiful location, which has a lot of tourists and a lot of Aussies who are just out enjoying themselves in nature. And we were attempting to be able to teach people how to chant japa and give a kirtan experience and a more personalized approach of being able to connect in a group and sit and just connect. We had some challenges with this, that it created an atmosphere that was very festive and very uplifting, and we could see that people were responding to that. But the environment in terms of chanting japa and attracting people to be able to come consistently, we started to notice some challenges. We were then going to address some of those challenges and make some adjustments to our approach, and then COVID hit. And so this put a huge dramatic pause on our Mantra Project endeavors, and it went on hold for a really, really long time. So during that period of time, we started to evaluate what kind of project we wanted to develop that still was completely aligned to the mood of the Mantra Project and the objective of the Mantra Project. And we decided to connect with Krishna Village here at New Govardhan at the farm here in this part of Australia, northern New South Wales. And so we decided that we would attempt to connect to what we would consider a warm audience, people that already had some exposure to meditation and japa or kirtan, or maybe had a curiosity or an interest. So here at Krishna Village, we have yoga teacher training and various courses that have now been reawakened post-COVID. And visitors are allowed to once again come. Volunteers have been invited back to be able to operate out of Krishna Village. And so now there's people, there is opportunity to connect with these souls who have, we think, a warm interest. And so what we decided was that we were going to connect with an existing program that is already proving to be successful. So in Krishna Village, once a week, they have a kirtan on a Tuesday evening in which anybody can come and attend. And what they found was that the yoga teacher trainers had an interest in kirtan. It's part of their training anyhow. So they started to turn up, and the volunteers started to turn up, and then the guests started to turn up, and they realized that there was a steady number of people that were attending the kirtan, and they're in that environment for a longer period of time than what we would get just exposing to people to the public, who might just be like a once-off. And so yoga teacher trainers, they're there for 6 weeks. Guests, they're there usually for a week or so. And the volunteers, they can be there for months at a time. And so we decided that we wanted to try to provide the Mantra Project program as a follow-up to their existing Kirtan program. And so two of the members, Dee and Nick, who actually joined the Krishna Conscious movement through Krishna Village themselves. They lived there in the village, they served there in the village, and they had joined our Mantra Project team. And they have a very connected, personal approach to the guests that are coming through Krishna Village. So they started to come up with this concept that we would be able to personally invite guests and the teacher trainers that are attending this kirtan for a follow-up experience. And so this is where the Mantra Project Australia really got reawakened, is that we now have this system of being able to provide the Mantra Project experience to the guests that are already in this environment who are interested. And so we really try to hold the frame of making it a caring, personal approach, and through Gurudev's mentoring, to be able to bring that personal experience and personal story of the connection with Japa and how he came to Krishna consciousness. So this really is the theory and the practice of that Gurudev has taught us through the Mantra Project that we're trying to carry out in this project here in Australia. So I wanted to thank you for your effort, Gurudev, your 40, 50 years experience of how preaching is really more effective and how to connect with people in making it personal and making it an experience and holding space to be able to connect with people in a way that shows and demonstrates that we actually care for them and interested in them. So thank you again. Thanks for listening. And this is just an update from Mantra Project Australia. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Sunri Radha Mataji. It is so wonderful to know that the Mantra Project in Australia has been reawakened, and you are taking so much of efforts to spread the holy name in Australia through the Mantra Project. Hare Krishna. Next, we come to the part where I think most of the devotees are eagerly looking forward to. Generally, on today's day, we would have, had get-togethers locally, and we would have had a wonderful feast. In today's situation, that has not been possible. This is a virtual Vyasa-Puja, but we will be having an online feast. So Guru Maharaj is going to come virtually to each of your houses, and you can offer bhoga to Guru Maharaj. Now, how is this going to happen? We have more than 100 devotees online. So what I would request you to do that those of you who would be offering bhoga to Guru Maharaj, please keep your videos on. For some reason, if someone is not able to offer, please switch off your video. So Radha Priya Mataji would be one by one calling out the names. She will go in some sequence of those whose videos are on. Yeah, and again, as I said, we have more than 100 devotees, so the time would be very short. So Guru Maharaj would have to gulp it pretty fast. So when she puts the spotlight or pins on you, please offer your bhoga, and in few words, please say what it is. You don't have to say the full recipe, because I know in a lot of groups there have been a lot of recipes and how to make this, how to make that. There's been a lot of activity, so please don't get into saying the recipe, but do say what has been what is being offered as the bhoga. So once again, I'll repeat, Radha Priya Mataji will go through the devotees whose videos are on and call out their names, pin them on the Zoom, and the devotees can offer bhoga and say what that is. Radha Priya Mataji, over to you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we're going to begin with Priya and his husband. Let's see what they have for Guru Maharaj today.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. So here we have cauliflower sabji, dal, rice, akadashi, rotlis, and some date balls.
The rotlis are wheat.
Did the roti puff up? Good.
I love it.
Thank you. I'm eating with my eyes. It's very fast.
Okay, we are going to continue with, it's hard to read, but let's see, Vijay Prahlad Singh. And I think it's a group from Toshana.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
We're in the middle of
Oh.
Sunday as well. So.
This is the Netherlands. Brother Ali,
Oh,
our cook,
oh,
she
wow.
made a cake.
Carrot cake.
Okay. Brother Ali, go ahead, speak.
It's a carrot cake, Guru Maharaj. We offer today to Gonita and to you also.
Thank you.
It's chocolate icing.
Eat it all, eat it all.
The whole tray for you.
Well, why don't you take a little piece and put it in the freezer so when I come?
Okay.
When you come,
It'll-
Guru Maharaj.
Why
with
not?
fresh
It'll
fruit.
last, right? Why not?
Darshan.
Yes.
Haribol.
So the Sunday feast is going on. Kadam Maharaj just arrived.
Oh, fantastic.
We want to wish you
Happy
happy Vyasa-Puja.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Bye,
Krishna
bye,
Maharaj.
bye. Gauranga.
Thank you so much. We are like already, I'm hungry. So now we're going to China now. We are going to see the offering of PC. We don't hear you, PC. Please unmute yourself. Hello, PC.
I think she's putting on her headphones.
Ah, okay.
Hare Krishna is the have food, Chinese food and cake, and India street and fruits. Hare Krishna.
Chinese fruits, yeah.
The dumpling,
Ah.
and in rice and the cake and the fruits. Sweet
Oh,
food.
yes. Thank you.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you so much, PC. Now we're going to South America. We are going to Kamala Sundari and her wonderful family.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev, Vanchakalpa. Ahí te está escuchando, Guru Maharaj. Ay, es una torta de chocolate.
It's a cake with
con
chocolate.
Dulce de leche.
With dulce de leche, milk, sweet
Crema
milk,
y cerezas.
cream, and cherries.
Whoa. Looks dangerous.
Okay, now we are going to, I'm not sure but the name is Dasi now. So let's see what they have there.
Yes.
The Dasis from Lithuania. Have a
Okay. So we made salad with toilet. Then we made chapatis.
I think you have two connections
yes.
or something.
Yes, yes. Can you make a camera on Lithuanian devotees? Ir šitai išjung tada. Hello. Gerai? O dabar rodo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gerai? Palauk. Pasakyk, kad vaizdą rodytų, man kaip nenėlė kažkaip.
Okay.
Ai, va dabar, va.
There it is. Okay.
So we made the sabji with spinach, like a shak.
Oh, okay.
Then some oat cutlets. Then
Wow.
chapatis. Then this is a cake without sugar.
Wow. So you're going to save a little
Without
piece for me?
sugar. Then this is salads. Then vegetable sabji. Then
Wow.
khichdi. Then this is mango, not lassi, but some drink with the mango. Then this is sweet balls without sugar. And there is some sweet samosas. So
Wow. Oh
yeah.
my God. You really went crazy there, huh?
So all the devotees made this.
Oh, thank you. Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Now we are going with John McDonnell.
Ireland. He's in Ireland.
Yeah. Okay.
John McDonald is in Ireland, you know. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
And his wife.
Pushpa as well. All right.
Hare Krishna.
Pushpa made these beautiful cupcakes. I hope we can.
Yeah, you could
See
bend
them?
him a little slightly. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
And I know how much you like dates, so we have some fruits here as well. Sattvic fruits as well for you.
Wow. Thank you. Fantastic.
Hare Krishna.
Avocados, bananas, dates.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry right now.
Easy job. Okay, thank you so much. Now
Thank
we
you.
go to England with Jaya Radhe.
Jai Radhe.
So, see here. So we have rice, kofta, baked vegetables, some chicken and some fruit. And a cake here that I don't
Wow.
He said,
And then, yeah, and in Europe, the berries are really sweet in Europe compared to America. Oh, now I have to go to all these places. You take a little piece, all of you, and put it in the freezer, and then when I come, that at least I can have a little bit. Is that okay? That'll be an impetus to come. There's a rumor I actually might come to Europe in the summer. So at least keep it in the freezer till the summer is over.
Okay, now we're going with Palika Devidasi.
From Argentina. Hare Krishna. What is it? It looks really good.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, how are you?
Good.
Last time you were in Argentina, you tried alfajores and typical sweets from Argentina.
Yes, yes.
Remember? Krishna Priya make in Argentina last time.
Specialty.
Mar del Plata.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're going to India with Brindavani Mataji.
Well, her heart's in India, but her body's in Houston.
Ah, sorry, I was thinking that she's in India now. We don't hear you.
You have to unmute yourself. Now you took off your video instead of. Yeah, okay. Now you have to put your video back. Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, happy Appearance Day to you.
Thank you.
I just got mangoes for you and promise you a wonderful feast in Vrindavan. Come
Oh.
soon to Vrindavan.
Okay. I'll go to Vrindavan just to get the feast. Okay, sounds
Aw, no, to have darshan of Radhe Shyam.
good. And to have darshan of Vrindavani.
Aw, give me darshan. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Guru
Okay, now we're going with Gomati Ganga Devidasi.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Happy Vyasa my humble obeisances. Happy Vyasa-Puja to you. Please accept my simple offering of halwa for you.
Oh. Halwa.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know I'm the best halwa maker in ISKCON? Did you know that?
Oh no.
I think I am anyway, but I could say I think I'm on the top 10. I have to.
Okay.
Anyone
I
wants
hope
to learn
be
how to make
halwa.
halva better, just check with me when I visit. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
And
Hare
I think now we're going to Mayapur with Gopalini Devidasi.
Oh, wow.
We
Hey,
don't
you're
hear
muted.
you.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisance, Guru Maharaj. My offering is kind of humble, really humble, because I have some dietary restrictions, but I have some dates and an orange.
Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. And you're also locked down as well? Are you locked down as well? Yeah.
Sorry?
Are you locked down in your room in
Yes, we
Mayapur?
have lockdown now.
Yeah,
The shops are open now only from 7 to 10.
Oh, okay.
About 2 hours. But the temple is closed for everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, now we're going with Bhaktin Laura.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh wait, we can't see you.
Yeah, where are you?
There we go.
Anywhere.
Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. Why is this happening? Okay.
We can
there
see
go.
you.
Okay, well that's good. But we want to see you.
Can't see
Well,
me? No.
we can see you now.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, swap it around. Yes, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we made you an Ayurvedic love loaf here.
Wow.
It's a carrot cake flavor, I guess you could say, with a cream cheese frosting. And we made, the quality is not so good, so it's hard to see its glory, but paneer sabzi, tofu and veg biryani, and some bitter melon and a coconut also.
Wow.
That sounds really good. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you. Happy Vyasa-Puja.
Thank you. Hope
No.
to see you sooner than later.
Yes.
When it gets cold here in America, it's a good time for me to go to Australia.
Yes, please come.
Get an
We
endless
need your
summer.
participation.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Now we are going with Yomatir Maji Devidasi.
Jyotirmayi Ki Jai. So is it going to be Greek? Wow. That's a lot. You having a party today? Wow, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
It's hard to hear you.
For some reason. I can hear you a little bit. It looks amazing. Thank you.
Okay.
And your neighbors, are your neighbors going to get some? Yeah, good. Take it to the office. Fantastic idea. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to China again. We'll go with Lila Rani Devidasi.
Oh, wow. You have to unmute, Leela Rani. Okay.
I'm sorry. I just prepare the flowers.
Oh, Chinese flowers. Bougainvillea.
Special for Guru Maharaj. I didn't prepare bogap. I'm sorry because it's too late. We association this tonight. This day night at dinner time.
They had
Sorry, Guru
another.
Maharaj.
They had another Vyasa-Puja earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's late at night in China now.
你准备了吗？ we prepare, but we prepare in our center, but we didn't prepare in our home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now thank you so much, little Rani. Now we're going with Devananda
I'm
Das.
sorry.
Wow.
Hi, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
So here we have some blackberries and some dates, because we know you love dates here in Las Vegas, and some mango and nectarine and banana.
Yeah, I really like nectarines also.
Yeah, these are sweet. They're just coming out for the season. And so just humble offering for your Vyasa-Puja.
And do dates grow in the Las Vegas area? Or you have to go to...
No, but they sell some very exotic ones here.
They grow in California, right?
Yeah. So
Devananda's doing important service in the temple in Las Vegas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I wish you were here to enjoy.
Yeah, we'll come. It's possible.
Yeah, we hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Devananda. Now we're going with Sindhu Lali.
Sindhu Lali, Ki Jai. She's in St. Petersburg.
Guru Maharaj.
That's
Hare
in
Krishna.
Russia. Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, unfortunately, I don't have your lovely chapati, but this banana.
Sindhu Lali
Please,
just had
our family needs your mercy, please.
Yes. Always my wishes, best wishes are there for you. And I have to come to St. Petersburg. It's on my map. It's on my list. I've never been.
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
Okay, we will waiting for you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to shine again with our newborn sister, Brinda Devi Dasi.
Vrinda was initiated yesterday. There she is. She didn't know we were going to see her.
Flowers.
Flowers. Thank you. Beautiful.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Vrinda likes offering flowers. That's her favorite thing. You know, flowers are safe because if you cook and it doesn't taste good, then, you know, it's a problem. But if it's a flower, you can't go wrong. Right? Of course, I can't eat flowers for breakfast or anything, but thank you, Vrinda.
Now
Hare
we're going
Krishna.
to Italy with
Ah,
Krishangi Devi Dasi.
okay. Let's guess what she's going to make.
I can't see you, Gurudev. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. We have cookie. This is without is a gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free cookie. And,
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, they taste well actually. So
Oh, good.
yeah, and we have fresh fruit. Yes.
Oh, nice. Cherries.
Yeah, organic from Sicily.
Wow.
And I'm sorry because I have many restrictions as a Copalini lately. So, but next time I will make again pizza for Gurudev. So.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Meet soon so I can make for you, Gurudev.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pizza and spaghetti. Yeah, very nice. Prabhupada said the Italians know how to feast. When he went to Italy, I guess they served him Italian food. He said, Italians know how to feast.
Okay, now we're going directly to Hong Kong
Wow.
with Krishna Jivani Devi Dasi.
Go.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. I prepared some laddu, but it's healthy laddu. It's healthy laddu.
Really? What's in it?
It's just coconut milk with some dates and a little bit of turmeric, so it can be yummy.
Turmeric. Wow.
just for the color. But it really,
Oh.
I mean, I'm still learning how to cook very well, but I
Yeah.
don't cook very well, but I try.
Yeah, you better learn how to cook. You're marrying an Indian man. They like to eat.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, happy Vyasa-Puja.
Krishna Jivani is actually from Guatemala, but she's living in Hong Kong and soon to move to California. Hare Krishna.
Now we are going with Manjari Devi Dasi.
Oh. Okay, Manjari, show us your stuff.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, Danvat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Wish you a very happy Vyasa-Puja. I have prepared sugar-free dates cake with lots of fruits over it.
Wow. Beautiful. What's the white?
White is plain cream with dates blended in them. So it is completely sugar-free.
Wow.
And
Fantastic.
cranberries, cherries, pineapple, and grapes are for the toppings.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're going with Maya, that is from Slovenia.
Ah.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna, Maya.
I just wanted to offer something that I found the only boga. These are dates.
Oh.
I was a little bit spontaneous. I'm sorry.
That's good. Spontaneous is good. Thank you. Major
Thank you.
dates, right?
Yes.
Yeah, best. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Now we're going with Nidhi Lakiani.
Hey Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna,
I
Nidhi.
made palak sabji with rice and khandvi and some kheer for you.
You made it or your mother made it?
I made khandvi, Guru Maharaj, and
Oh.
kheer my grandmother made, and my mother made the palak sabji and rice.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank all of them for me.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. When I visit, you can make it again.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, for sure.
Now, thank you so much. We are going now for the house of Kama Gayatri Devi Dasi.
Whoa, going all over the world. Well, she knows how to cook.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept
Hare
my
Bolo.
humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All
Jai.
glories to the auspicious day of your Vyasa-Puja. As for this occasion, I made some sahi paneer.
Oh,
Just
paneer.
I think it's wait, yeah, can you see? It's just sorry.
You got. I think if you pick, yeah, I can
it's
see now.
yeah. And chapati, some lemon juice, and this is a butterscotch pudding,
Wow.
a salad, some stir-fried cauliflowers, and here we have some Mahaprasad from Krishna Balaram Mandir. There is rice, chapati,
Wow.
salad,
Nice.
fried paneer kofta, and some juice. And here I made you a small cake. There.
Beautiful.
See there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a feast.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a wonderful feast for the eyes for now. So now we are going with, I don't see, with Gopal Jayapataka Swami disciple, I think he said.
Hare Krishna.
Hey,
Hare
Gopal.
Krishna Maharaj, Dandavad Pranam. I'm from Kerala, from the south of India.
Yes.
And so I'm very fortunate to be here on this Vyasa-Puja. Happy Vyasa-Puja.
Thank you.
And I consider you one of my very wonderful Shiksha Gurus, because I attend all your classes and the recent Japa retreat. And you've been a great inspiration. So for today, for the Vyasa-Puja, I didn't know that we had this offering there. So I just hurried up and got some Kerala bananas. These are very special bananas which Srila Prabhupada personally wrote about in the Jaladuta diary. And these are totally sugar-free and can be boiled and also used as a feast. So we would humbly request you to please consider coming down to south of India, to Kerala, and we would be delighted to have your association. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay, so here now we have Danishta Devidasi.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bolo.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Jai Danishta.
We have often some.
There, yeah.
We
Nice.
have some fruit, pumpkin soup,
Oh,
paras. We are use cheap spin, blend, and fresh, and have sweet rice.
sweet rice. Nice.
That's is my own idea because I want make give my daughter. See?
Okay. Thank you, Danishta. Danishta became Danishta yesterday. Well, actually, it was early in her time. It was early today. She was initiated.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bolo.
Now we are going to the house of Gandharvika Devidasi.
Oh, wow.
Hare Krishna.
Hey, I know you boys. You remember me from Mayapur?
Yes.
These boys are very mischievous. You have to watch out.
Guru Maharaj, we have koftas with from flour and sweet balls, healthy sweet balls, of course, and deep things.
Wow. What was the first thing? What did you say? Kofta?
Koftas, yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Kofta is one of my favorite. I could eat a whole bucket full. Thank you, Gandharvika. Nice to see you.
Okay, now we're going to the house of Prema Vikash Das, but I don't see you in the video, Prema Vikash. So could you turn on your video, please? Ah, okay, now I see.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Gurudev.
Krishna Gurudev.
Happy Vyasa-Puja.
Vyasa-Puja, happy Wednesday.
Thank you.
Very happy for you today.
Yeah.
So we also have done some preparation
Small preparation.
for you. Like you know, you're not good cook. Anyway, we have tried something.
Yes.
Vaishnavis.
Vaishnavi will show you.
Yeah. So we have chapati. We have baked vegetables for you.
Mixed vegetables.
Paneer,
Okay.
tomato sauce. Of course, your famous dates laddus and some pasta.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting really hungry now. This eating with the eyes only works for Krishna.
No, you are not different from Krishna Gurudev. So
Yes.
Guru is the same as Krishna. This is what we
Okay,
need.
I have to take it to another level, yeah, of eye eating, yeah. It's a new practice.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
so much today.
Okay, and the last offering that we have for today is from Sarah Pierce.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Like Zorro.
Zauri. It's pronounced Zauri.
Oh, sorry.
Zauri.
Sorry for that. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. Dear Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna, and since it was early, we have like 2 hours difference between you and me, and so it was a little early morning. So I have only fruits for you, but I have watermelon because in your where you are, I believe it's hot.
Yeah.
And I am in Edmonton, which is cold.
Oh.
It was only 8 degrees in the morning, so we kind of have a weird spring. But so I have watermelon, apples, grapes, bananas, organic bananas also.
Oh, good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
they're good. And the dates, dried dates, and dried figs.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I'm very hopeful to see you one day in Edmonton, and I can prepare you a feast as well.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I was in Edmonton in 1971, last time.
I know. I read the article, so it's in my mind. I want to talk
We'll
about
have to come
it.
back and see everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you so much to everybody for these wonderful offerings. We really enjoy to see all the devotees. And now, Dinanath Prabhu, we continue with the program.
So thank you so much to all the devotees. It was really wonderful. I wish we could have all been together and had a wonderful feast together. But it was really amazing. Thank you all for the wonderful offerings. So we move on to the next program. At the start of the program, when I recited the prayers, I had said a mantra towards the end, which was Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Ham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. The meaning of this is, I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, the deliverer of fallen souls. His mercy turns the dumb into eloquent speakers and enables the lame to cross mountains. Seeking this mercy from our Guru Maharaj to deliver fallen souls like us, I request Devananda Prabhu from Las Vegas in the US to offer Pushpanjali to Guru Maharaj. Towards the end of the mantras, he would be reciting Guru Maharaj's Pranam mantra thrice. At that time, I would request you all to please offer flowers to Guru Maharaj virtually. Hare Krishna. Devananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Gurave Chitti Chestabhyam Mahatma Prabhave Sada Prabhu Baba Vaya Tanasa Vidayine Kashaya Bhaktanam Tatparaya Cha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Desha Shanyavadi Paschacha Deshatarine Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragnatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Sadarhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Larita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Shugatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Shuti Devi Anamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhievacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Hari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Gurave Chitti Chestabhyam Mahatma Prabhave Sada Kaprabhu Bhavarupaya Chetana Saridayine Namastatva Prakashaya Bhaktanam Tatparaya Cha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Gurave Chitti Chestabhyam Mahatma Prabhave Sada Kaprabhu Bhavarupaya Chetana Saridayine Namastatva Prakashaya Bhaktanam Tatparaya Cha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Gurave Chitti Chestabhyam Mahatma Prabhave Sada Tat Prabhu Bhavarupaya Kirtana Sadidayini Namastatva Prakashaya Bhaktanam Tatparaya Cha Jaya Shri Gurudev.
You can throw your flowers at the camera. Then they'll fall on me. If you like.
Maybe the flowers are going to becoming a reality for you, Guru Maharaj.
No, it's dangerous to offer flowers because the flowers represent the soul. And so when you offer flowers, you're surrendering. I don't know if you want to surrender, do you? Because you're giving yourself. So make sure you want to give yourself. Could be dangerous. More dangerous not to give yourself. Give yourself to Maya. Yes.
Thank you so much, Devananda Prabhu, for the wonderful Pushpanjali. I would now request Vrindavani Mataji. I think all of us here know Vrindavani Mataji. She is Guru Maharaj's first initiated disciple. Humble obeisances to you, Vrindavani Mataji.
She was like, Bhakti Siddhanta with Gorkashodas Babaji. Like, if you don't initiate me, I'll kill myself, kind of. I didn't really have a choice. I didn't want to do it. I was trying to like push her away, but I didn't have a choice. Somebody's knocking at the door. Hold on.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I'm going to sing them out. Guru Ashtakam. Here's my Guru Maharaj.
We have a real person here. The only real person. Offering a garland. This is Jenny. You want to say hello?
Haribol.
Haribol.
Oh, gardenia. What a surprise.
I have some Pushpanjali flowers. Offer them to your feet.
Hare Krishna. We have to just wait a second. This is like, that was so nice, do everything virtual. Now we have a live entity. Okay, we can off. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Can I start?
Mataji, so I just want to make an announcement. While Mataji is singing the Guru Ashtakam, I would request all devotees, whosoever have their Aarti Thalis, Diyas and lamps ready, you can do Guru Maharaj's Aarti while Mataji is...
You want to stay here?
Hare Krishna.
I also have a garland for Janava.
Hare Krishna.
She's worshiping the deities now. Okay. Yeah, later. Okay.
Sansara dava nanida loka Tranaya karuna gana ganata प्रातः सकल्यान गुणारवास्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्द महाप्रभु के तनित गीता वादित माचा मंसूर सेना रोमझ कंपा शुद्रंग बाजो वंदे गुरु की चरणारविंद श्री विग्रहारा धनित नामा श्रृंगार कर्मा निर्मत नादो उक्त सभग्रा शनियुंज तोपी वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद चतुर्दाशी भगवत साधु स्वादन कीर्तन हरिभक्त संग कृत्येव कृप्ति भज सदेव वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद श्री अधिकामा धव्युरपाद माधुर्य लीला गुणरूप नाम प्रदीक्षणा स्वा धनलुलुपाशा वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद निकुंजयुनो रत्केल सीते यान्यानि भीर्यो निरपेक्ष लीला तत्र विदाशा न केवल भाषा वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद साक्षात रीतना समस्त शास्त्रे उक्त सखावा प्रत्येव शक्ति किंतु प्रभुर्या प्रियवताशा वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद यस्य प्रसाद भगवत साधो यस्य प्रसादं नगतुष्टोपि ययसुवंशस यश कृष्णांज वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंदम वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय Pinky, want to wish? Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Pinky wants to wish you. Pinky wish.
Hare Krishna.
Hey, happy appearance day.
Happy appearance day.
Bas.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for the so blissful and melodious recitation. And who was playing the guitar or the, I think it was the guitar, right?
Yeah, it's my daughter. Pinky, come.
Oh, okay. Hare
It
Krishna.
was
So,
full of
Pinky.
wonderful.
Guru Maharaj, Pinky is wishing you.
Guru Maharaj is on mute. I think.
Oh, I think so.
He's saying something, but he's on mute. Maharaj, you need to unmute yourself, I think.
Yeah, we put him on ask for him.
Hey, I was trying to figure out who was playing the guitar. I had no idea.
Sorry
'Cause
about
we
that.
didn't see you.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, happy Appearance Day.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Oh yeah, we didn't know that Vrindavani is a Gandharvika. One of the Gandharvas. We didn't know that until today. Yeah. Thank
Guru
you.
Maharaj, one thing more. Thank you for accepting such a fallen soul as your disciple.
I had no choice. You forced me.
Whatever, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
So I blame it all on her. If it wasn't for her, I'd just be,
No,
have a-
please, it
have a
wasn't a problem.
simple life, no anxiety. No, I'm only kidding. It was all Krishna's arrangement. It happened in Vrindavan. It was auspicious, and this was all Krishna's arrangement. Hare Krishna.
I think we are all very grateful to Vrindavani Mataji for having forced you. So,
Grateful to Prabhupada. It's Prabhupada. He wanted it.
Prabhupada's mercy through you. So thank you so much.
He's adorable. Prabhupada is adorable.
So one of the verses, these were the prayers to the Guru by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who's one of the prominent acharyas in the Sampradaya. One of the verses of Guru Ashtakam, which Srila Prabhupada has, referred many times in his purports in the Bhagavatam and also the Bhagavad Gita, is the verse 8. That is, Yasya Prasada Bhagavad Prasado. And in one of his lectures, he explains that it's only by the grace of the spiritual master that we can achieve the grace or mercy of Krishna. This is the meaning of Vyasa-Puja, offering obeisances by the Parampara system. This was in one of the lectures, I think, in Atlanta in 1975. The next is a video compilation which has been done by Bhaktin Catherine. This is a compilation of the video of many devotees, performing Aarti to you. So
Wow.
I request Mataji to please play the video.
Wow.
Hare Krishna Gurudeva, please accept my humble obeisances onto your lotus feet.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear siblings, happy Vyasa-Puja. And I would also like to add, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who has donated their time and energy. And all of you are named in the video. However, there are 2 sisters that has helped me that are not named, that do not appear in the video, but made so much amazing effort. One is Radha Priya and another one is Andrea. And I'd like to sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank to every one of you. Thank you very much. And just a second. Just a second. I don't know what am I doing. I am. Can you see?
We can see, but we can't read it.
Yeah, we are seeing your screen now.
Yeah, we can see your screen, but it's not what you want to show us.
You're seeing
You
the
have-
Zoom. I think you need to share the video.
Yes, just a second.
You have to bring the video up before
Just a second. Can you see?
share. Yeah, okay. There we
Okay.
are.
You don't have sound in the video. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, my dear Guru Maharaj. Wishing you a very happy appearance day. Guru Maharaj, last year was the first year you didn't travel and we missed your association in India, China, UK, Mexico, Netherlands, and many other countries. You made yourself available to all of us 24/7. Your love, care, and support. So we prepared this humble offering to show you our appreciation for everything that you do for us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and your divine grace, which is a mercy manifestation of Srila Prabhupada himself. Guru Maharaj, last year and even this year has been very tough for all of us, but thanks to your mercy and blessings, you have made it much easier and better with all your daily classes, the videos, the reminders, the constant reminders for all of us. You have shown us by example, you have led us by example that whatever the circumstances are, it should not stop us. You have constantly showered upon us your love, care, and support. We are not qualified to wish you, but we want to thank you very much and wish you a very happy appearance day from all of us. Hare Krishna.
Happy Vyasa-Puja, Gurudev.
Yes, so happy Vyasa-Puja, Gurudeva, and thank you for everything. I can't hear you. I can't hear
Thank you
you.
so much for doing that. That was amazing. We got to go into the homes of so many devotees. That was such a special gift. I'm sure everyone is appreciating that. Hare Krishna. So happy to see that.
It was
Thank you,
really very
Catherine.
wonderful, Catherine. Thank you so much, Catherine, for this compilation. It was really very, very wonderful, and I think a lot of efforts have gone into it from the devotees who have sent you the inputs, and you and the team who has really compiled it. Thank you so much. Next, we will be having a beautiful song, Radhe Shyam. This is by Leela Shakti Mataji from South Africa, I think. She actually wanted to, I think, sing live, but she developed a throat infection, so she had sent one of her recordings of the song. So we will play the recordings. Radhapriya Mataji, can you play the recording, please?
Radhe Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham. When you feel like the world has you down on the ground and it's hard to face another day, when everywhere you look
No.
can't find the answer, it's time to throw your hands up and say Radhe Sham Sham Radhe
She's an opera singer.
Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham Radhe
Yeah.
Sham Sham. And you look for meaning and you look for love, but you're just not sure where they're found. Give an ear to your heart, turn your search within, your soul will awaken to this sound. Radhe Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham Radhe Sham Sham. And as the light enters your heart, the whole world will start to glow. And you look for your problems, but they're no longer there, because you've begun to know that Sham Sham Radhe, 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 Sham Sham.
That was so soulful and so blissful. Thank you so much for that, Leela Shakti Mataji. Guru Maharaj, I know the program has gone pretty long. It's been around 3 hours, but it would definitely, we would like to have some soulful and blissful kirtan from you before we end the program. So may I request you for some kirtan?
I was just listening to Leela Shakti thinking, that's a nice song. Who wrote that? I have a standing order to any disciple who's a musician to record that song in your own style and way and make it popular. Because, some songs become more popular when they're redone. And so all of you who are musicians, Jasodamayi, Ananda, Nadia, Anandamayi, Leela Shakti, and all of you, Annapurna, any of you who I haven't mentioned. If you can't record it, perform it live. And, explain the song, teach it, and then, I think it's a fantastic way to preach, to do it in English. So we have kirtan now? Is that what you're asking? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Gurudev.
Mess on the floor. The wind blew it off.
Really?
Maybe you could grab it. Hare Krishna. We have so many talented devotees, artists, musicians. The world is waiting for you. If you haven't come out in the world yet, the world is waiting for you. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Hare Krishna. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada wrote me and he said, do kirtan and make devotees ecstatic. Let's see if we can do that. You are allowed to dance. It's okay. Even if the neighbors are looking through the windows in your house, it's okay. Govinda. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Shami Iti Namine Namayo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Shami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vacharine Nirvisesa Shanyavadi Paschachanisu Tarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vacharine Nirvisesa Shanyavadi Paschacha Disatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone chant. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Don't get too excited yet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Jaya, Prabhupada, Jaya, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Jaya, Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And I have to sing a song for you. Our glories to Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which it cleanses the heart of all the dust that should be gone, and it gives us a taste of the nectar we crave. You can sing along if you like. All glories to Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust that should be gone, and it gives us a taste of the nectar we crave. One more time. Can we do it? Maybe. Try. A little louder, maybe. All glories to Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust that should be gone, and it gives us a taste of the nectar we crave. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. If I don't stop now, you're going to get a concert for the next 3 hours. So. And all the people that are expecting me to get to them in the next 3 hours will be upset. Thank you all so much for coming. This was amazing. And I think very important for us, for our Krishna consciousness. And a tribute to all of your dedication and devotion. And I'm honored, embarrassed. And as you know, I've said a million times that it's whatever we are, whatever we have is Prabhupada's mercy. And Prabhupada once said something that's so powerful and so important, and I think we see this in our lives and we're seeing it today. Prabhupada said, if we stick to the order of the Guru, then everything will happen. Everything will come from that. So Prabhupada said, I have no personal qualification, but I've tried to execute the order of my Guru. And so if we can purely serve and purely give, then it's so attractive, because love is all attractive. And when you have love, it attracts the whole world. So you have love for your Guru has love for you, we have love for Prabhupada. And what is more attractive than that? And that even attracts Krishna. So if it attracts Krishna, it's the most attractive because it attracts the all-attractive. So, and I think the other important point is that Prabhupada always talks about how Krishna will guide us from within, give us intelligence, even if we don't feel we have qualification. He'll always help. And he always encouraged us to try to step beyond the borders of what we think we're capable of, and to try to step beyond our fears, our limitations, and be bold enough to try and not worry about failing, just because. And I think it's more than a personal issue of getting beyond our own borders. It's an issue of there's people out there that want Krishna consciousness, and if I can step beyond my fears and any limitations I place on myself, there's another soul that I'll be able to reach, and that is such a powerful impetus to just feel free to jump off the mountain and feel free to fail. Krishna will catch you even if you fail. So that was a very strong theme in Prabhupada's preaching and his own example, where Krishna will guide you. So I think with these two things we can be successful individually and successful as a movement in giving Krishna consciousness to others. And the last thing I want to say, just from my experience, that Krishna keeps giving me this experience over and over again. If you can embody Krishna consciousness specifically in the principles of accepting people despite their faults, I think that's one of the most important things, because everyone feels that they lack something, or some people feel they lack everything. But we all feel lackings in some way. And to have people around you who can say, I love you no matter how much you're lacking, that is so powerful for helping them go further in their life, materially and spiritually. And if we can give that acceptance to people, it's going to make a huge difference in their lives. And you know, those of you who've taken the course that we did last year in Mayapur and who've heard me preach, you know that acceptance starts with yourself before you can accept others as they are. You have to accept yourself as you are. And when we give that acceptance to ourselves and we give it to others, it's exactly what Prabhupada did. He gave acceptance to everybody. And that's why everyone was able, from the most wretched condition, that's why everyone was able to go forward in spiritual life, because Prabhupada accepted them and never condemned their attempts, but always showed appreciation for little things. So I think that's so important to exemplify that in our personal lives and in the lives we deal with others. And like I say, it all starts with the self. I believe it also starts at home as well, with the people you're closest to. Accepting them. Accept yourself, accept them, don't judge them. And if we do that, I think that may be the single most important thing we can do, because we can give the philosophy, but if people don't feel accepted and appreciated, it's going to be hard for them to go on year after year after year applying it. So I think this is so important. And as I said earlier, when I see my disciples doing that, it gives me so much happiness to see that you will accept others, you will accept yourself, most importantly, that you are able to give and give even when people don't always reciprocate. This is so important. And if you do this, the person who will benefit the most is you. Of course, everyone will benefit, and you'll benefit the most. So I think we had maybe a little taste of that today, of just seeing the beauty of the bhakti of all the devotees here. And we have to thank the organizers. This was amazing. By far the best Vyasa-Puja we've ever had. And I don't even know. The problem I have is I don't even know who's doing everything. I wish I knew. But whoever you are, you should know that I am so appreciative of what you're doing. And a lot of you actually do service, and I don't really know every little thing you're doing all the time. And some of you do things I don't even know, but eventually Krishna, he reveals to me that you're doing it. So it's always you should know it's always appreciated. And the last thing I want to say, I'm famous for saying the last thing I want to say, and I say like 10 things, which is okay because the spiritual world is unlimited, so last is always, last can expand. There can be 10 last. But those of you who are older disciples know how in the beginning when we tried to do Vyasa-Puja, when you tried to do, it was, I don't know how to describe it. It was like Vyasa-Puja, what do they call that? Special Olympics. Yeah, it was handicapped in many ways. Young devotees not knowing what they were doing. And Vyasa-Puja books kind of being photocopied at the last moment, you know, half the offerings missing, you know, people being placed in China that live in America, you know, people with the wrong names, you know. And we have a commercial in America. It's for cigarettes that were designed for women. And the ad campaign said, "You've come a long way, baby." Because now you can smoke, ladies. Isn't that fantastic? So all I can say is you've come a long way, baby. You've come a long way, babies. But the reason I'm saying this is it shows that as a group, we had a problem because we're all over the world and like organizing together and doing things together. It was so much easier if we were. I don't think we would have had those problems if we were all in one temple together. But doing this all over the world digitally, it's a real challenge. And you're able to do it so nicely. And it's a sign that we're much more organized, and that extends to the preaching for sure, what we're doing. And it makes me happy to see that you're more organized. We almost started exactly at 10, right? And we got the Vyasa-Puja book in advance, and you all came more or less on time, and yeah. Thank you all for that. Hare Krishna. Maybe by your mercy we can all meet one day. No, well, I have some good news for you. So a very dear friend of mine has bought a retreat center, which is probably 2 to 2.5 hours from here. And he blew my mind by telling me, bring all your disciples, all your people to the retreat center, and it's only $10 a night. I mean, like $10 a night is like crazy because most retreat centers, you know, at least like, well, not in Mexico, but in America, like $75 per bed or something per night. And they can arrange prasadam or we can cook prasadam. And so, you know, when I was saying it would all be nice to be together someday, I was thinking, well, there is a place. I think it has room for 80 devotees. I'm not sure. But you can bring your tents as well. Because this time of year is good weather. Anyway, we can put it out there on the list. Of course, that would be a lot of money for you all to fly here, but it would be amazing, wouldn't it? Of course, you're all saying, well, can we do it in Mayapur? Yeah, we can do it in Mayapur. Some of you are already in Mayapur and are closer to Mayapur and rather would be in Mayapur than Florida. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, we'll see. So yes, it would be nice to be all together. Hare Krishna. So what's next, Dinanath?
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Next is, I really don't have words after whatever you have said, but I would like to really thank and say a big, big Haribol to all the devotees who have so wonderfully and wholeheartedly participated in today's program. There have been a lot of devotees who have worked, sort of backstage, like Bhaktin Andrea from Ecuador for posters and ads for the program and managing the social media. The translators who have been, translating this program into different languages, and all those who have helped in compiling the various presentations and the offerings and so on. So it's I really don't have words to express thanks to everyone, and I think Guru Maharaj is also quite pleased today with what we have offered. So a big, big Haribol to everyone. And Guru Maharaj, once again, a very, very happy appearance day. As you said, all glories to Sri Krishna Kirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust that should be gone and gives us the taste of the nectar we crave. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
I know you want to sit here,
Hare Krishna.
Gauranga,
Thank you.
show you a video now so we can see the lotus
Hare
face.
Krishna. Thank you. Radhe Radhe. Haribol.
The lotus faces of devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we're having another Vyasa-Puja celebration, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Spanish-speaking devotees. So you can what do they call it when you break a party? You can crash it. If you want to crash the party, you can. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Hare Krishna. Jai Radhe. See you later.
Thank you all, siblings. Hare Krishna.
See you later.
Thank you. Wonderful. Well done. Ki jai.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.